Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel here at Live Life and Tarot. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. Hope you're all doing well. Now, Aquarius, this is your June 2020 money and finances reading for the month ahead, and the message is coming through from Spirit that you need to know about what's going on with all of that. So we're going to get into your reading, but first, Aquarius, when I was shuffling for your energy, it started raining and pouring and pouring. So some of you are weeping and crying over money. Some of you are just in a glass case of emotion around your money. You are dealing with a lot of intense emotions and feelings around your money. You are having trouble controlling your emotions. I also feel like you're experiencing anger, um, being very upset when it comes to your money and finances situation. You're not fucking happy about it. But also, I feel like for some of you, even though you experiencing all of these emotions, you are trying to do what you can to contain it, to try to have some control, or you're having trouble doing that. So your overall energy that's surrounding you and your money and finances, Aquarius, in the month of June is the Nine of Swords. So this is mental energy. This is thoughts, communication, what you're saying to yourself, what others could be saying to you, where there's a lot of worries and fears being perpetuated here, where there's a lot of doubts and anxiety and anxiousness here, sleepless nights. Um, this here is being constantly inside of your head, having negative thoughts, thinking the worst, fearing the worst, expecting the worst. Okay? Even feeling like what's going on is the worst, or how you showing up is the worst. But on the other hand, with this Nine of Swords, I'm also picking up there are those of you that you are on some I could care less. I am carefree. I'm not worrying about nobody or shit except for me and mine. And that's all I'm trying to do. And that's all I'm looking at and focusing on. I'm only concerning myself with me, all the way up. No matter what's going on, you just focusing on self. And so you being carefree. So you pick what side of that you're on, Aquarius, for those of you, you know, that this is pertaining to. Now, this Nine of Swords energy, even though whether you are carefree or you are excessively and obsessively concerned about your money and finances, this is saying that as an overall focus around your money, there's a need to get out of your head. There's a need to figure out how to take care of or deal with your situation with money that relieves you of your concerns, that allows you to see some sort of transition in your mind or in your plans around that, so that you can stop that negative thinking or expecting the worst or fearing the worst or seeing things as being at their worst. There's a need for you to focus on trying to be more optimistic and be more positive. Even if you being carefree and not caring, there is a little shadowy, but you know, tweak it maybe, just a suggestion, to where you know have some kind of care. Okay, so your energy and attitude towards your money and finances, Aquarius, is you do have the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Now, for some of you, you're dealing with someone who is a Cancer individual. For some of you, this is someone that you have teamed up with, whether you are in a relationship, a partnership, an agreement where your money is connected or involved. You're dealing with someone in this way where you're a team, but it feels kind of like that team of Bonnie and Clyde, that you know, being ruthless and doing whatever it takes, and just being using that sheer will and determination. Now, for others of you, this is just you focused on you taking control, overcoming your obstacles, you trying to figure out how to navigate things, how to um, have forward movement with your money and finances. This is you focusing on your ability, on your confidence to charge ahead and have victory. This is you, I feel, Aquarius, trying to have victory by any means necessary. Now, for some of you, you don't feel that confident. You don't feel like you're charging ahead. You feel out of control, that you don't have the force to create the change you need or to steer your situation where the obstacles are concerned and find a way or through them or overcome them. Either way, you're experiencing a lot of emotions, and with that Four of Pentacles, you are focused on self-preservation. You are focused on self-preservation. Some of you do feel stuck and stagnant. Some of you are focusing on being in your power and seeing how you can secure and maintain things. And some of you are holding on too tight or very tightly, being miserly about your money and finances. And some of you are just using power, using your power and force of will and determination in doing whatever you think you need to do to have emotional satisfaction or to see conclusions around your money and finances that make you feel good or make you feel better. And so, with that Six of Cups, there is a nostalgia of wanting things the way that used to be, that security you used to have, or that stability that you felt more firmed up with and having in place. But the Six of Cups is also talking about that there's something that has gone on or that's coming back up, that is either to do with something from the past or someone from the past where your money is being affected or influenced. But also with that Six of Cups energy, it's talking about that you are looking to rectify your money situation. Now, looking at this Four of Pentacles to the Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the man in the image has his back turned to the Six of Cups. So for some of you, you are being stubborn. You are turning your back on um, someone from the past or something from the past. You're turning your back on the things that you need to rectify or who you need to rectify them with or should. Some of you, you may be turning your back on your child support payments. But the Four of Pentacles is talking about you are trying to maintain. Some of you are struggling with that, being able to. Others of you are struggling with it in another way where you just are keeping everything to yourself and you are just not squeezing anything, pinching anything off for anybody else to get or have. Now, at present, your money and finance situation is the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and this Five of Cups. So at present, you've lost money. You did lose money. You were crying over spilled milk. You were upset. You may feel like you may felt attacked by someone else emotionally, um, or you may have been this way towards someone else or to each other when you take a look at this Five of Cups. And this Five of Cups, they both seem to be at each other and somebody's down, man down, right? So there was crying over spilled milk. And this is a real loss because there's nothing here that is showing any sign of recovery or ability to access a way to salvage this. But Aquarius, you do have with this Knight of Pentacles where even though you may not have been able to find a way to salvage things, or you may have been too upset and too focused on what's lost to really spend time on figuring that out. Some of you, you're able to get help. You have some sort of help from family, or someone close that is assisting you at this time. The Knight of Pentacles is also talking about that your money could be coming in very slow, or just not fast enough, or none at all. A money source could have come to a stop. A job could have ended. Um, a The Knight of Pentacles is also talking about that you're trying to conserve. It's also talking about you trying to do things from a low risk way and approach. But this is also talking about you perhaps trying to figure out um, methods, systems, and strategies on how you can have some fulfillment, or at least maintain your house, your home, your family, and the needs of the home and family is where you're focused at. You're focused on the home. This Knight of Pentacles is looking right at this Ten of Cups. So you focus on your home. Some of you actually have a house that you're focused on, and you're determined um, to try to, do what needs to get done regarding that. But you're focused on your fulfillment, your satisfaction here. I also feel with this Knight of Pentacles, there's some stubborn energy here on your part, or with what's going on around you. And so this is you getting help, but this is you trying to remain focused and stay determined and get things done at a time that you have lost money. This is you having experienced a significant loss in income. Now, from beginning to mid-June 2020, Aquarius, you do have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Now, with the Hangman here, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Now, your money is depleted here, significantly depleted. With the Five of Pentacles, is at a loss. Your money is significantly down, despite the help you may have received, or the assistance you were able to get your hands on, or despite your focus, your plans, or your due diligence here. But this Five of Pentacles is you experiencing lack, having trouble regaining, having trouble rebuilding your money and finances and changing it. And so with this Seven of Pentacles here, what I want you to see here, the Seven of Pentacles usually talks about you investing, tending to your money, evaluating it, analyzing it, putting in the energy and effort, putting in the work. Something about the Seven of Pentacles is saying to me a sleight of hand. You see, in the hand, he's holding a card behind his back. Um, so this here is a lack of investment, or choosing not to invest, but also your money may be down because of the way you have gambled, or how you didn't tend well what you did have because you gambled it, or you were wasteful. For some of you, this is you gambling, trying to get a get rich quick thing happening here. For some of you, there are others involved and attached to your money and finances that you're working with, or that you are cheating out of money, or you may feel or be being cheated out of money here. But this here is a sleight of hand kind of energy here, and a gambling energy that is here around the money and finances. Now, you do have this Hangman, and I want you to take a look at this Hangman. Okay. Now, the Hangman is talking about that you are putting things on hold, trying to figure things out, trying to sort things out. There's a need to stop spending money, or you are choosing to stop spending money. This is you trying to find alternatives, look at your money from a different angle. This is you trying to manage your money better, or this is also you dealing with institutions and your money is on hold. This is about some issues with your saving habits, but something is moving very slow or not at all. But this is also you waiting. But what I also want to point out with the Seven of Pentacles, you got this guy hanging here. So this guy was inside the house with this man's wife and cheating. And so this is you experiencing being cheated out of money that you, or feeling cheated out of money that you're waiting for, or that money was being held, some money of yours has been held back or being held back. For others of you, this is you ducking and dodging others that you owe money or you have some responsibility towards, and they're looking for their money and you ducking and dodging them. You're not paying. For some of you, you're doing all you can to hang on and hold on while you're dealing with all these difficulties and depletion around your money and finances here. And so this is you feeling stuck. But some of you, this is you choosing um, to sacrifice others where your money is concerned, and you struggling anyway, despite that effort. And somebody's watching for their money too. And so are you. You may be looking for something to come in that you may have taken a gamble or taken a risk on, or you trying your hand at something else to see how you might be able to replenish or recover your money and finances here. And so you could be feeling like a victim, but I also feel, Aquarius, others feel like a victim at your hand where you're not paying. You walking away. They gotta come looking for you. You like, you better come and find me because you playing missing. So now at the mid of June to the end of June 2020, you do have the five of Pentacles showing up here again. So you have it here twice, that five energy. With the Lovers, where you could be dealing with the Gemini, and you have the King of Pentacles. Now, let me just back up and say, with this Nine of Swords energy, and speaking about that nine energy, this is you focusing on trying to attain, focusing on your money, focusing on the ability to be determined or not, perhaps consulting others, focused on your prosperity. This is you trying to adapt as much as possible to any new situations that are arising, and perhaps by any means necessary, or um, because there are no means and the way you're going about it, there's no other way, or it could be by choice. But this is also you trying to get satisfaction, trying to have enough, trying to have some conclusions that work for you, and trying to release whatever is concerning or worrying you here with this nine energy that is present. And the nine is also saying that you're trying to clear things up and clear things out. You're trying to bring closure to what's going on that you're worrying about. And that closure is either you fixing it by being able to address it properly, or you addressing it whatever way you need to, or you're having trouble being able to do that at all. But this is you trying to see what you can get to come into fruition, and also what you can retain. Now, back to this Five of Pentacles that you have twice, which is in your beginning to mid-June, and then it's showing up again in your mid to end of June. So five energies is challenging energy where there's instability, but also this is saying that there's a need to focus on what you can do to change in a practical way, um, to be mindful on how you might be able to regain or avoid any further depletion, or how you can add to your money situation to improve it. But this is you needing to figure out how to recover, as if you didn't know that, right? But the fives are talking about you dealing with a lot of adversity and you're having trouble having some form of intervention. Some of you are having a resignation towards your money where you're just, freaking out about it, and you just are saying, well, it is what the fuck it is, you don't feel there's anything you can do, and maybe there isn't. Others of you saying, look, it is what the fuck I say it is, and here's what was gonna be and what it is gonna look like right now, and I don't give a shit who like it or not, or don't like it. So you're there. But with this lovers here, this is about you needing to make head over heart decisions. There's also a need to be careful, to be more mindful, to tend to your money better and put in the energy and effort, okay? And don't waste opportunities or waste time about what needs to happen with your money and finances. And also be careful about who you're ducking, um, deliberately here, okay? Because it's like you're gambling with that, and that could come back to haunt you. And so with this energy in your mid to end of June, this is you making those choices, needing to make head over heart decisions. This is also perhaps you focusing on a partnership, a union, or a contract, or you're in a significant connection where your money is connected, or you're working together in some way, or as a team to help each other, support each other around your money and finances situation. Now, I also feel like for some of you, there may be issues in your relationship or partnership or a specific connection related to love, where that's distracting for you about your ability to recover and replenish your money, because your focus is split, and there's a need for you to have a clear focus and to not be distracted with that chariot energy. There's a need with that chariot energy to have some emotional self-control and to be able to hold up under being around others, perhaps, or your significant other, where they may be under some emotional distress or out of control emotionally that could be triggering you. I feel like you've triggered a lot, Aquarius, in the month of June as it has to do with your money and finances. So I do feel that some money is coming in with this particular Five of Pentacles from the mid to end of June 2020, because in this Five of Pentacles, there's money coming in to you. So this is like money coming in from the universe to support you in some way, to help try to shift and change that lack that you're experiencing, or put back some of the money that you have lost, and help you to regain some money, some footing here. Now, I also feel others of you are managing to replenish or start to regain money through the choices that you're making, as it has to do with connections or your obligations or your contracts, where you are changing them, whether they agree with you or not. Because with this King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is talking about you having all the knowledge and the wisdom and the power and the tact and the diplomacy and the practicality and the mindfulness and the groundedness and the centeredness of a king, where you're able to control, to show restraint, to have intervention, or be a force of intervention, to make important decisions and to direct things the way that they need to go, or delegate. This King of Pentacles energy is talking about you could be taking calculated risk. This could be you trying to see whatever you can do for signs of wealth. But this King of Pentacles concerns me because he's wearing all of this black. So there's like a shadowy element here where you could be a little shady, Aquarius, or are you trying to keep things close to your chest with the way you're managing things? But this King of Pentacles is talking about you making decisions to try to manage things and perhaps try to come out of a dark or gray area with money, or this is you being secretive about how you're managing your money, or this is you going about some shady means to address it. The King of Pentacles here is also saying that you want to be careful about any mismanagement of money and funds here. But this is you perhaps focusing on being um, a little stubborn, a little rigid with the decisions that you're making. Now, some of you could be making hard decisions where you just only focusing on yourself, and whatever that means for self, you're like, okay, self, what we need to do. And self isn't exactly concerned with making sure that you're doing shit above board. They're just focused, self just is focused on, are we above? Are we afloat here? Now, with this King of Pentacles, this can also be talking about you're struggling with the ability to manage your money and finances here. And so, this can be that you in that glass case of emotion here, being upset, being angry, trying to make decisions on how you can recover, how you can have some money come in and start to regain here. So some of you managed to achieve that on your own, and some of you see a little something coming in, but I just feel like whatever is happening here, it still isn't enough. It's not enough according to you by far. So your concerns around your money and finances, you have the King of Cups, the Hangman, and the Moon. So these are your concerns. Again, the Hangman is showing up, so you have it here twice. It's double confirmation. The Hangman, again, you could be dealing with the Pisces, but the Hangman is you putting things on hold. Okay, the Hangman is you making sacrifices, you concerned about whether or not you're going to end up being a victim to um, the money woes that you're experiencing. This is you concerned about whether or not you're going to experience delays, or if you're going to be able to come up with the alternatives, or are you going to be able to manage your money better? Are you going to be able to figure this out, sort this out, see a different angle that, keeps you intact or keeps you afloat? The Hangman is talking about you feeling stuck and concerned about how long you're going to be stuck, or when you're going to end up being stuck. And with that King of Cups, this is you being in a lot of emotions here, where you're concerned about your ability to be accountable and responsible. And then you have this Moon energy next to the Hangman. So a lot of water, a lot of water, a lot of intense feelings and emotions here. Um, some of you are angry, argumentative, because of all the uncertainty and doubt with the Moon energy here. Um, this is you concerned about anything that's hidden being revealed, or whatever you could be trying to hide with what money you have to work with, or that you're keeping, or being in that self-preservation mode about not being discovered or uncovered by anyone. The Moon is also talking about that you have a lot of fears, that you don't have clarity, um, and you're concerned about whether or not you're going to get clarity. You're concerned about trusting your instincts with this Moon energy. The Moon is also saying that there's a need for you to try to hone in on your intuition at this time. The Moon is also saying, as a suggestion, for you not to make any major decisions. This is also talking about you're concerned about your money fluctuating in an extreme way. You're concerned about all the uncertainty and uneasiness. You're concerned about if things are going to work out or the way things are working are concerned. This is also a concern about your ability to try to be careful and especially of others. This is also talking about, you're concerned about your own hidden agenda and perhaps the hidden agenda of others. This is talking about shady, underhanded business dealings on your part or with who you're dealing with. This is even talking about possible fraud on your part or another. So you might want to be mindful about that, especially if you're operating in a lower vibration by any means necessary to do things, because everything comes with a consequence and a price. And so make sure whatever you're deciding to go cash out on, that you're willing to pay if there's a need for you to have to pay it. Okay, for wherever or however it falls for you, with your goal of trying to persevere um, with your money and finances situation. And so these are all of your concerns here. Now, your challenge, you do have the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor. So what I'm seeing here is a challenge for you. The Queen of Pentacles talks about you could be worried about a Queen of Pentacles energy or having challenges with somebody who is embodying the Queen of Pentacles energy. This could be an ex-wife, an ex-husband, an ex partner, an ex-business partner, but this could be an ex that you're concerned with. You could also be concerned about someone that's embodying the energy of a King of Cups, where you could be dealing with somebody that just are not good at handling their emotions, and you are bearing the brunt of their um, blowouts that they're having, their anger that they're displaying, and they're taking it out on you. And so you may be having trouble coping with that, where you're frustrated and you're feeling perhaps victimized, or you may be finding that you're the one feeling like you're making all the sacrifices and you're concerned about that. But the Queen of Pentacles here, um, the challenge is how can you have comfort, security, and stability, and how can you work on that? How can you have financial independence or start getting it back or keeping it? How can you grow your money? And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like while things are changing, the unexpected coming in, not being able to be prepared for the unexpected. This is the ups and downs that can happen in the meantime or that are happening. This is the issues around, what your savings or your savings being depleted. This is about mistakes that you may have been making and still making that you haven't learned from. And now, is it too late to fix it or adjust enough that the way that you're handling your money can improve in a place where you can be less concerned about what's happening? And so this is also how can you seize opportunities or remain optimistic, or find a way to see how an opportunity can present itself to you or that you can present it to yourself. The Wheel of Fortune is also talking about um, things happening in divine timing. So timing can be off um, at this time, or you're trying to find the right timing, or you just have to wait until the right time happens. And so with the Emperor here, if you take a look at this Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries individual. The Emperor is talking about how can you manage your money, because this is supposed to be a soldier that's supposed to be in control, right? It's supposed to be responsible and disciplined, orderly and organized and building. And it's like he over here drawing, or he's discovering that somebody drew, but shit going down on his watch that is out of order, that is out of control. where there's a lack of discipline because he got his back to the situation. Something went on and he missed it and it went down anyway. He not on his grind. He not managing. And so it's like, or not able to. I mean, look, he's not even armed properly. He got his gun down. He's defenseless. I mean, so are you causing some of this on yourself? I do feel that some of you have and do with that Seven of Pentacles energy here, that sleight of hand, that gambling energy that's over there. But with this Emperor here, this is about how do you manage things? How do you get control? How do you conserve? How do you focus at a time that you are in your emotions and ungrounded because everything around you feels ungrounded? There's so many ups and downs. How do you shift this in a positive direction? Or how do you hold up while things are shifting in ups and downs for you, and you find a way to be stable and to be able to maintain and take care of everything that you want and need and be comfortable. And so your outcome, Aquarius, is you do have the Lovers, which is here again for the second time. So that's significant. Sixes is talking about flexibility or inflexibility, your ability to collaborate about your resources and drawing your experience or create and develop the experience as quickly as you can to get that stability that's needed. It's talking about unity and choice and duality. What path are you going to take or choose to look at your situation like in terms of your money, where there's a need for growth or the need to reassess or a need to create harmony, or where a domestic situation is in the throes of this that's causing distraction as well, or that is being leaned upon and there's a strain that is happening there that's uncomfortable for both or all who are involved in the commitment on a contract. This is also talking about the focus on your contracts, and are you holding them up, or are people not upholding them with you? And is it because you can't, or is it because you just won't? Where do you stand with that? You do have the Lovers, you do have the Seven of Wands, and you do have the Three of Wands. So it's a lot of fire and air energy. So the good thing is fire and air do work together, but how are you fanning that flame? Are you being logical about the choices where you're detached from your emotions? Or is some of what's happening here you needing to have compassion towards yourself and towards others? Or is this about you being able to get your emotions in check so that you can move forward and get things under control and overcome your obstacles and deal with them despite what's going on? Now, with this Seven of Wands here, this is you experiencing challenges. You may be reneging on um, agreements and contracts, or someone may be reneging on you, but this is a struggling, challenging energy. But this Seven of Wands is also talking about that you are focusing on protecting your money and your assets and keeping that close to your chest and to yourself. And with the Three of Wands, this is you focusing on waiting for your ships to come in, seeing how to have progress and productivity. This is you focusing on being creative, how you can have foresight or expand, or perhaps even work together with others to see how you can uncover the issues and deal with finding sources of money or ways to move forward and see progress with your initial actions. Or this is you tired of waiting, or this is you keeping your money to yourself while you are waiting. But the Seven of Wands is saying you're standing your ground, you're taking a defensive stance, and you are guarded about your money and finances, where you're trying to redeem yourself and you're trying to deal with the conflict and upheaval the best way you can or the worst way you can. But this is you focused on solving your problems how you see fit or how you think needs to happen. But with this Seven of Wands challenging energy, you're standing your ground. Um, you're protecting your money, and you're making those decisions and you're choosing to move forward, and you're going to, if you take a look at this Three of Wands, this is somebody going to get their money, uncover it however they can. They're hooded and everything. So this is like sneaky energy. This is like shadowy energy. So, you know, some of you are willing to take from others, or just keep what you have that is a form of taking from others, because you're not gambling with your money when it's tight and you're at a loss already, or you just in your feelings and emotions and you just only focus on self-preservation, no matter what side of this you're on. But this is challenging energy, so there's a need for you to stay guarded too, and to protect your money and make good balanced choices here, and be mindful about how you handle yourself in any contracts or agreements or partnerships that you're in, where you don't want to burn any bridges, and you want to be able to move forward and not have anybody feel like they're taking advantage, on taken advantage of on purpose. Okay, because that could come full circle here, because with the threes, this is about your community, this is about your ability to connect and reconnect with others, this is about you being able to tap into sources and resources that can be available to you, with the potential to build and to create and see more success and progress and abundance here through an act of giving and receiving that could be possible here. But I feel like you are not really open to that. But you're going to do what you feel you got to do. So let's take a look at what some of your guidance is. For the most part, I feel that despite your struggles, you find a way to sustain. Aquarius, you have muse. Take time away from the daily hustle. Give yourself quiet time in nature to muse. Create space for your creativity and fresh ideas will flow. So there's a need for you to be creative and to come up with as many new and fresh ideas as possible to address your money concerns and needs, and perhaps any changes to how you already are handling or going about your money needs and concerns and pursuits. You also have, Aquarius, do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So you have to do the work here, Aquarius. And that means any gambling here for get rich quick schemes. Could be a problem for you. Sometimes it works, most times it doesn't. This is also saying that be careful about what you're gambling and being wasteful and not tending to your situation properly or appropriately. And this is about not blowing your savings, or this is about you being more mindful to come up with a better practice about saving, where you have to be diligent and disciplined, have some self control. And this is about do the work and perhaps be more positive in your approach doing the work, where you are trying to do what's best and what's the right thing to do, even though you're focused on self preservation here. And finally, stop fucking whining, Aquarius. Okay? Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. Stop fucking whining. And all this is saying is you can't keep bitching if that's what you're doing. And, you know, cry, but maybe not a river. Okay? Um, some of that energy has to be put towards coming up with solutions and maintaining and figuring shit out to secure what you need, to maintain what you have, and figure out how to advance on that and move forward and see progress and steer through the obstacles, but figure out how to overcome them. And you might need to do things a little more above board. Um, Step into the light, operate from a place of love. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, but try not to take advantage of others. What you can pay, you should pay. What you can do, you should do. and no, you should not do to the point that it makes you worse off for it. But if you are deliberately doing things um, when you could do better, whatever that is, do better. Okay? Do better. Aquarius, I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Stand your ground. Don't give up. Fight the good fight. Resist what you need to resist. Challenge what you need to challenge. But do it from higher ground. Take care. Bye.